this global web, when you look at the way information is limited for the population and the way I've described, this global web is passing on through the secret society network advanced knowledge, not only about the agenda for the world and where it's being taken. And that's what I've uncovered. That's why I'm able to predict the future, because that's the future unless it's stopped. They also, and this brings me into the question you've just asked, they also know that the nature of reality, the very reality that we're experiencing, is not as we're told it is, and we're told to believe it is, and it's nothing like that. So they are working from at the inner core, not Bill and Fred down the local lodge. They are working with knowledge about reality and how we interact with it that is kept from the general population. And so they are manipulating human perception in ways that humans don't even think is possible. So, well, what happened was that in the early 90s, I started uncovering how the world is not controlled by the people and the forces that appear to be controlling it. There's this web behind it. And so next question was, well, when did it start? When did it start? Because this clearly hasn't been going for 5 years or 50 years. So when did it start? And you can comfortably go back through the British Empire and the empires of Europe, go back through the Roman Empire, and you can go into Sumer, Babylon, in what we call Iraq now. And you can pick it up, and you can then follow it through to gathering more and more power until it became global through the centuries. And so I looked at that and I thought, well, hold on a minute. People throughout the history of this cult have been born, they've played a part in advancing its agenda, and then they died, knowing that they weren't going to see the end of it. And then other people have come in and they've done the same, and then they've died, other people have come in, and so on. And it was obvious to me that there had to be a common force, a common thread that was coordinating all this advancement of this through the centuries. So I started scanning ancient cultures, ancient histories, and also talking to insiders in the military intelligence industrial complex in America particularly, but other places too. And there was a phenomenally common theme that both were telling me. This is people in the modern world and people recounting the beliefs of the ancients. And that is that there is a non-human force that is manipulating human society from the hidden. And I can explain how hidden that is shortly. And so what happens is historians and anthropologists and what have you, they look at ancient cultures and they say, oh, well, these people worship these gods and these people worship these gods and all that stuff. And you then say, well, hold on a minute. Different cultures are going to call these gods by different names. Of course they are, because it's different culture. It's a different era. But have you ever looked at what they say about these gods? Because when you do, you find incredible common themes.
Some main takeaways from today's video. David pointed out that he doesn't try to predict the future as most people think. Instead, he only tries to uncover the secret plan of his global cult. What billions of people in the world take to be random may not be random at all. In fact, it is not random. They just can't see the true nature of reality. For a person to see the patterns, they first must know the outcome, the end goal of the system. David explained that This global agenda is actually bigger than anything that we can ever imagine. Research shows that it started centuries ago. Millions were born and died advancing the agenda of a system blindly. This can be proven by the information we gather from ancient cultures and texts, which have existed for more than 2 millennia, including religions which affirmed the reality that there are non-human forces manipulating humanity from the shadows. It is indeed time for humanity to wake up.